Hey guys, how's it going? DUJ2 here, and welcome back to Fortnite Save the World. And it is time to say hello to Mr. Blakebeard. Blakebeard the Blackhearted has joined us, and we are going to take an in-depth look at him. We're going to take a look at his abilities, his perks, everything that makes him tick. You know, we're going to try him out in a setup with some heroes in a hero loadout. But more importantly, we're also going to test him out with 3 particular weapons. And those weapons will be the Bowler, the Jabberwocky, and the new Cannonade. The reason why we're going to focus on these 3 weapons is because they have cannonballs. And one of his perks, his perk, his Commander perk, and his Commander Plus perk is called, let's go take a look at him, Avast Mates, and in it says increases cannonball damage by 20% in the standard perk when it's a passive, but his commander perk is Avast Mates. That should say Avast Mates Plus. Increases cannonball damage by 40% and converts Rosie to fire 25 cannonballs. Replaces standard perk, etc., etc. Okay, so let's take a look at him right here. He's got kinetic overload and base, and obviously because he has Rosie, one of his abilities will be Rosie. So he's Rosie, Plasma Pulse, and Decoy. Now, his description is the dreaded captain of the stormy seas. Now, this is the thing with him. Because he has Rosie and Plasma Pulse and Decoy, you can build him as a Rosie constructor. You can build him as a Plasma constructor. You can build him as a Decoy constructor, and you can build him as a constructor. That, I gotta say, is the most awesome thing about the new hero loadouts. We have so many different variations that we can do. But what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna level him up all the way up. And as we do so, we're gonna talk a little bit about this standard perk of his. What's his first evolution looking like? Oh, wow. Look at him. Dude, come on. Look how awesome he looks there. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He looks so cool. Oh man. Okay, I want to see what his throwing is. All right, let's focus on leveling him up first, and then we are going to talk a little bit more about this. Now, as we know, whoa. Now that, my friend, is some well, he finally needed one of those peg legs that the director was telling him about. For those of you who don't know, oh wow, look at the arm. And where did the other hand go? Oh, he does still have a hand. Yeah, he does still have a hand. Man, the what is that, like rope? Gosh, okay, let's keep going. For those of you who don't know, if you haven't done the Yar quest, we get to meet Blakebeard. But the Blakebeard that we get to meet in the quest, let's see this. Whoa, okay. Big change, man. Wow, you just went full. Well, you went full dead, that's for sure. Goodness gracious, man. Dude, yeah, you've been spending a little time underwater, haven't you there? Okay, so for those of you who know, if you've done the quest, the Yar quest, you know what Blake is like. You know what Blakebeard is like. And it's very difficult. Oh, wow. It's very difficult, I gotta say, to picture the Blakebeard that we know from the quest, from the Yar quest, as this ethereal, just phantasmic creature that we have in front of us here. Dude, all right, okay, let's max him out. There he is, totally maxed out. I gotta say, if I could choose one of his settings, I definitely, like, if we had a chance to do it for the, where is he? Here he is. If I had a chance to choose one of these settings, I would definitely do like the second or third one. He looks so awesome with like the giant beard and everything. Looks really awesome. Looks really awesome. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. Avast Mates. So increases condiment damage by 20%. That right there is huge. And tomorrow or very soon, I'm going to be releasing a final video kind of surrounding the Cannonade, in which we're going to try and push the Cannonade to its limits and see just how much damage we can get out of him. But this right here, it's a huge part of it, because his standard perk is going to be 20%. Now his commander perk is 40%, but this is the interesting thing. This is not as high as you would think it would be in other settings. Other settings that have a 20% or so, usually they start on 50, sometimes even 60%. So it's actually kind of interesting that they did it 20% here. He's got the class perk, Kinetic Overlord, and base Overload and base, of course. So let's go ahead, go back, and we're gonna go take a look at our hero loadouts. I'm gonna show you guys the hero. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at him. Dude, look at him. He looks amazing. All right, so right now what I'm going to be focusing on is I'm going to be focusing on a pure damage setup. So we've got him as our main here, Mythic Blakebeard the Blackhearted, and we've got Hot Swap. Now I've put Hot Swap there for a particular reason. Now let me check one thing here. No, okay. So there is a very particular reason why I went ahead and put Hot Swap in there. Hot Swap says weapon eliminations increase weapon damage by 13% for 15 seconds. Each weapon type can only apply one stack of this effect, requires one hero of each class. Now this is purely for damage. I would not recommend this if you want to use him for Rosie. There are several other heroes that you can put in here that have Rosie perks. There are several other heroes that have plasma perks or decoy perks, like several other things. Also, something else I would kind of recommend, if you're focusing on the Cannonade here, if you want the Cannonade to last longer, you can of course put in the Neon Soldier, this guy, Light Show Spitfire. He has Waste Not, Want Not, and that would increase your Cannonade. But in this case, we're going to focus, yes, on the Cannonade, but we're also going to look at what we can do with the other Cannonball launchers, the Bowler and the Jabberwocky. Now we're going to work a tiny little bit on the Jabberwocky actually too, but let's keep going. We're going to put in here, oops, let's see, we're going to put in here, boop. Okay, there we go. We're going to put Demolicious Penny in here. Demolicious Penny has faster explosions, which increases launcher damage by 17%. But if you look over here, it had faster explosions plus, it increases launcher damage by 50%. Now, some plain simple math, if we want to think about it, right now we have Blakebeard with 40% plus 17% is 55%. But if we were to switch them around, she would give us 50% plus his 20%, which would be 70%. Now, I know. And I'll tell you this right now, if it's not tomorrow, it will be very, very soon when I will show you guys the final form of this Cannonball focused setup. Kind of surrounding around the Cannonade, just to see just how far we can take the Cannonade in damage. Because, like I said before in the previous video, if you guys want to go check that out, I'll make it pop up there. You guys can go check out that video. You can see what I did initially with the Cannonade and just how far I think we can take it. We're going to see that very soon. I'm following it up with Enduring Machine, of course, because I do want to make my weapons last a little bit longer after every ability cast. My weapons lose 40% less durability for the next 2 uses. It's not as good as when I put him as the commander, but it's something. And also, we need, you know, I could have put any other constructor here, but for the purposes of this, I want to use this. I'm putting in Survivalist because, of course, I do want the health after additional eliminations, you know, just because I tend to get hit a lot. I'm putting in Night Stalker there for the ninja. There isn't really many ninjas that you can really go with in here. I was thinking of going in with Swash, but I don't really want to do the sword switch. I was thinking of going with Fire the Dragon because it will increase affliction, the duration of it, and that would be really good. So I could change it for both, but also having the speed at the end of the when it's overnight would be pretty good. The rest of my heroes will probably not be all that great. And also I have to also remember that right now I actually have quite a few, what are those called again? Expeditions. I have several expeditions out, which is why my pool of heroes right now is not looking so great. So hopefully once I get those back, I'll have a lot of other heroes that I can test out, but this is going to be the initial setup. And finally, we're going in with Ranger Deadeye, because he does have that hip shot, and you know, I love my Zap Zap. I love my Zap Zap. What can I do? Okay, so there is our hero loadout. Now let's take a quick look at the actual schematics, at what we're going to be taking in. So let's go ahead and sort these by subtype, and let's start by taking a look at the bowler. Here's the bowler. My bowler currently has 24% damage to miss monsters and bosses, 75% reload, physical, durability, damage to miss monsters. It's coming in right now at a 78,000 headshot or damage in general. Now remember, these stats right now are being affected by the stats over on the hero loadout. If I were to switch out, let's say, the Penny with the Blakebeard, switch them around, this number is going to change, and we're going to see that in the next one. We're going to compare it side by side, and then we're going to take them into a mission. He's got an impact of 10,000. That's really all we care about. The Jabberwocky right now, we're looking at 139 damage. 139,000 damage. With a 14,000 impact. I gotta say, when they first changed the Jabberwocky around, I was like, you know what? I'm done with this weapon. I'm not going to use it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I love this weapon. I love the Jabberwocky, and it's quickly becoming my favorite weapon. So much so that I actually switched some stuff around. He used to have, I believe, damage or something here. I actually switched it around. And this is the first one that we're... Ooh, no, that's not what I want to do. This is the first one we're going to switch. We're going to work on a little bit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make his durability legendary. Currently, the durability is at 26. Thanks to everyone who helped me out today, I'm at 3,000 epic perk ups, so I can actually afford to do a couple of these. So we're going to take this one up all the way to maxing it out. So now the durability has gone up to 28. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it adds up. So we've got double legendary durability in it. If I wanted even more damage, I guess I could go ahead and put double damage on here if I wanted. Right now we got reload speed and this damage over here. I don't know if I want to. Let's say I could change this into a crit weapon if I really wanted to, and I may in the future, especially if we get a hero that gives us some launcher crit or crit rate. That would be fantastic. I would totally do it in that case. But for now, I'm going to go with this durability and reload. Like I said, if I want to lose one of these durabilities, I can definitely go ahead and change it out for damage. I could make this a triple damage weapon. But for now, this is honestly, I love this. I love this. And finally, the final thing we're going to work on is, he's going to be down here because I haven't actually favored him yet. There it is, the Cannonade. So my Cannonade currently has triple damage, energy, and reload. Now let's take a quick look at it, and it's coming in at 33,000. It doesn't seem like a lot of damage. We went up from 20 something, I believe, when we had it before. Durability is 30, and it does have the triple damage. We're gonna leave it that way. We're gonna leave the triple damage right now. What we're gonna do though is we are going to change this from energy. We're going to change it to physical. Now 1,500. We are going to change it to physical because after some initial testings, it definitely feels like this weapon is not meant to be an energy weapon. It is meant to be a physical weapon. We've got reload on it and the triple damage. Yes, I may change that in the future. So now we're up to 37. Do I want to take this to legendary? No, I want to keep it here. I could take all of these to epic, but you know what? I want to see just how far I can take it, just like this. So we're going to keep it like this. It's at 37. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go into a mission now. Now, I'm going to go into a level 100 mission. We're going to go into a base level 100 mission. This one will be good. Okay, here we go. We're going to go into this 100 level mission. Now, against level 100 enemies, this weapon is not doing a massive amount of damage. I'll say that right now. But we are going to compare the bowler, the Jabberwocky, and the Cannonade. We're going to start with the Cannonade because it is going to be the less impressive of the weapons, I guess. And I want to do this right now because it's important that I show you guys the base damage before we, how can I say this, take it to its final form. In the next video, in the last video in this mini series for the Cannonade, which has actually evolved into a little series focusing around the Cannonball weapons, because like I said, Blakebeard makes all the difference. Blakebeard makes all the difference because he instantly gives that extra damage to all the Cannonball weapons, which currently we have 3 of them. It's perfect. The Bowler, the Jabberwocky, and the Cannonade. And actually, before we even knew about Blakebeard and the Cannonade, the Bowler and the Jabberwocky were quickly becoming my 2 favorite weapons. I really do enjoy also sometimes using the Santa's Little Helper. And honestly, if I were to change the Jabberwocky to physical, I get so much more damage too. But for some reason, the Jabberwocky just feels like it's got some really good stuff there. Oh, so this is a previous one. Okay, let's go ahead and use that one. We have the Cannonade, which we haven't. Oh, this is the physical one. Oh, this is the original, the OG one. All right, let's go ahead and make a new Cannonade. I need to get rid of all these weapons, actually. I have too many of them. So we're going to make another Cannonade. We didn't change anything on the Bowler, right? No, we didn't. So we've got oh no, we did change the Bowler. The Bowler is now physical as well. So let's go ahead and make a new Bowler as well. Wow, okay. So there we go. We've got the Cannonade. This Cannonade now has physical, triple damage and reload. We've got a Jabberwocky in here that has double durability, reload damage, and energy. Like I said, I love having it energy. And finally, we have a Bowler with physical as well. All right, so there we go. There's our full 3 setup. Oh, there's some speed on this guy too. This is cool. All right, where are we gonna go pick a fight? Where are we gonna go pick a fight?
What if I don't want to?
Oh, yeah, I haven't finished the full quest yet. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's see what we can do basic damage against one of these. 20 something? 20,000. So we're looking at 30,000 when it crits. That's not bad. All right. So again, we're experiencing the same problem that we had before, which it just doesn't feel like it has the damage, right? I mean, obviously it's doing a little bit more damage than before. If anything, it might actually... Oh, 36. Okay, so that was nice. We need to go find 36. Okay, so those were water enemies, right? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go see it. Oh, there. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
Target not yet located.
36. 36. 36. All right. So we're looking at 36,000 damage, which honestly is not that bad if you really think about it. Let me do this. I'm going to do this too. Not bad. I like the quick reload on it too. $39? I think that says 39. Okay. 59. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, so let's say 40,000. 40,000 damage right now on a mist monster, on a red ice, and 56. So that is twice as much damage as we were getting before. Very good, very good. And again, at this point, seeing the weapon at this 40,000 damage, that's not bad. 40,000 damage is not bad. Unfortunately, it's still not enough to one-hit any of these little guys, which, as you know, that's something that I really look forward to, especially if I were to compare it to, let's say, my Zap Zap, which will do it. But there we go. Again, that is not the final form of the Cannonade. We still have more. We still have more that we will do with the Cannonade. I will do it in the next video, I promise. We're gonna see the final form of the Cannonade. We're gonna see just how far we can take it. If we think of it at 40,000 though, that's really not so bad. We're looking at what, 300 Yeah. That's not bad. 320,000 damage total. 50 something it was with the critical. Let's average it out to... Well, let's average it up to, let's say, about 350,000 damage. We're averaging about 350,000 damage out of the weapon right now. That's not bad. But when we compare it to this... Yeah. That's different. And I gotta say right now, after doing that, the bowler has just gone up, way up in value for me. Wow. 125. Great knockback. Great use. Point blank, 125. Okay, so that's the bowler for you right there. That is definitely the bowler. It's got quite a bit of... Ooh, I wonder what's down there. Last one. Let's see what the Jabberwocky can do. So, this is the Jabberwocky. I used to be able to do against a level 100 enemy like 100,000 maybe. Oh, that was horrible. That was just horrible, man. Ooh. Oh. Oh, hi. Good test. Good test. 160,000. Cannonade. 20 something. Bowler. 100,000. 100,000 only? Really? Huh. Oh, I got knocked down. I wasn't even looking at my health. Wait. How do I have 6,000 health? That's oddly suspicious.
Blakebeard is back, baby. Basher coming for us.
I like how they gave him his voice. 150. 150, guys. $140. 140,000 damage. Remember, we also have that perk, 148. Each elimination will raise. Oh my goodness. 111,000 DPS, 148 right now. So yeah, the Jabberwocky is just I can't even begin. The Jabberwocky is as good as the Zap Zap in this case for me. Yeah. 140 to 150,000 damage, guys, with the Jabberwocky. So right now, I mean, using Blakebeard, very different, huge difference in power, in damage, right? Of course. Ooh, there's another one over there. Let's go test him again. But of course, the one that we're looking at, you know, the highlight of right now is the Cannonade. And it just doesn't feel like it does much, right? Look at that. Oh, wow. Knocked me back. Didn't even stop him, dude. Ooh, why am I all green? 54,000 on a crit. I mean, the weapon does not feel like... Ooh, okay, nice. This is nice. The weapon doesn't feel like it really has that much going for it. So, for now, the way it looks, I gotta say, the Cannonade does not feel like it's all there. It feels like I could definitely get a lot more out of it. Or I guess you could say, well, what's the big deal? It doesn't feel all that wonderful. But, like I said, there are two major changes that we can do that we will be able to change it up considerably. We're going to check those out in the next one. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's a 136. That's not bad, actually. It doesn't fire fast, though. It fires kind of slow. That's pretty cool though. Oh, hello. That's not a bad amount of damage, actually. That is not a bad amount of damage. And I have 9 shots left. How far can we reach these? Oh, wow. Those are giant cannonballs, man. Hey, got one. 4 shots left. 4 shot. You know what? I kind of want to get rid of this tree. There we go. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And last one. All right. So actually, it's like my Jabberwocky. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. There he is, Blakebeard the Blackhearted. I thought he was supposed to be Blakebeard the Scratchy or something. Wasn't that the name he had chosen? The Scratchy Beard or something? I don't know. I forgot. But anyway, he definitely looks amazing. He looks awesome. Definitely, if you want to try him, use him. I personally, if I'm going to be using him, I'm going to be building him as a constructor. Probably put, you know, like, man, I'm gonna focus around the bases and the traps with him. Maybe a Rosie. I'll try a Rosie setup for him because he does change Rosie to the cannonballs, so that's pretty cool. Only 25 cannonballs though, but it's pretty awesome. And definitely, you gotta use the cannonball launchers on him. Right now, I wouldn't recommend Rosie, but in the next one, in the final one of this series, we're gonna take a look at just what it's going to take the cannonade to the absolute best that it can possibly be. 2 major changes, one in the schematic and one in the hero loadout. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. As always, I am DUJ2. I'll see you guys next time, and see ya.